Hello and welcome to Car Crazy Katie. Now this is the final show in the series, and for the final show we've come to Daytona Karting Track in Manchester and we're ready to burn some rubber. In today's show, I share with you the last of my little crackers and what a corker to end it on. And we go mini mad in Blackpool. But first, we're off to this week's main venue where I finally get to test my skills out on the track, even if it is just in a cart. But before we get stuck into all that, I'm off to get ready. That's better. Now, time to get the rules straight. Right, I'm all kitted out and ready to get some practicing, but first things first, Mike is going to give me a few tips.
Right, ready to go. You're going to be starting off in the pit lane.
Right.
Nice and smooth drive to the traffic lights, and then change from red to green, we're off and running. Need to drive the smoothest, fastest way around the circuit. Round to turn number 1, this is the fastest corner on the track. Nice and smooth, let the car flow from one side of the corner to the other.
So I'm cutting into that bend, aren't I?
Yeah, right to the apex, not too close.
Right.
Let the car flow to the outside, and then we're coming onto the hardest braking zone in the track. You will have to brake just here.
Right.
So I've marked the track there. Very important. We're going to slow right down. It's important you do your braking in a straight line, otherwise you'll cause the car to spin. Right. Nice and smooth. I'm going to try and cut the apex there.
Right.
Let the car flow again from one side to the other. Gradually feather the throttle, feed the power on as you go through the corner. Coming up the middle here. As you come through the centre part of the circuit, instead of diving straight down here, then pull to the outside a little bit. Give us a good run through the centre of the circuit. It's important to keep your speed nice and gentle. Maybe a little bit of a lift off the throttle just here.
Right.
Gradually feed the power back in as you come round the corner. I'm going to flow up to turn 5. It's a double apex corner. There's 2 parts to this corner. So it's important to take it nice and steady. Gradually feed your power back in, and then we're flat out. Now this is the most important corner because you can get a lot of speed here. We're flat out then, all the way around here. Flat out around past the pit lane. Back down, and we're still flat out. Now give it a couple of laps of your tyres to warm up, and this corner here will be flat out. And remember, nice gentle braking, a straight line. Don't stamp on the brake, you'll cause the car to spin. Just nice and smooth on the brakes there. So you just bring the car back round, and that's your lap.
Well, thank you, Mike, for those little pointers. So while I get to grips with this, why don't you take a look at one of my little crackers? Brad, this is the Lamborghini Diablo. Tell us all about it.
Yes, it's actually a special Lamborghini Diablo. This is what they call the SE30, which is a 30th anniversary model.
Right.
There was only ever 150 made of this particular car.
Right.
And this is actually number 147.
Right. Right-hand drive.
Right-hand drive. It's the last right-hand drive one ever to be made.
It is a mean machine.
It is.
Awesome.
It's a very,
Come on, tell us about the features on this car.
To be honest. Well, one of the main features of Lamborghini is the actual Gullwing Doors, which everyone finds very impressive. Look at that.
Yeah, that's really nice.
It's got the special trim inside, which is Alcantara trim. It's like a suede finish.
Right.
Which is for this particular car, the SE30. The engine in this car, Katie, is absolutely massive.
Right. What engine size are we looking at?
5.7 litre,
right.
V12 delivering 610 brake horsepower, so we're talking a serious bit of kit.
This is serious stuff. What will this do, top end?
Top end getting towards 200 miles an hour.
200 miles per hour, not 60.
Not 60 in circa 4 seconds.
4 seconds? Come on, because I believe it's got a gold-plated engine inside.
It has, because it's the SE30, the 30th anniversary model. It's actually got a gold-plated engine. I'll just show you this.
Wow, look at that.
So that's the engine. Now if you shut the engine bay there. Have you noticed these slats on the car? They're particularly unique to this car, the XC30.
Because they're from a different model, aren't they? And they've kind of brought them back.
Yes, that's right, and they brought them back for this particular car.
Right.
Like I said to you, because this is a very special car. It's number 147. I've only ever 150.
Right. And the type of people that are going to buy these are your pop stars, footballers, very money people.
Very rich people.
Yeah.
And basically people that want to be seen.
So unfortunately, we'll have to carry on dreaming about cars like this.
Well, maybe me.
But I want to know why we've got the bull here now.
Well,
I believe there's a little story about
There is a little
this.
story about Lamborghini. Mr. Lamborghini himself used to actually be involved in making tractors, and he actually went to buy a Ferrari.
Right.
And he was so unimpressed with the performance
Right.
that he decided to make a supercar himself. And he actually thought, what's more powerful than a prancing horse? And that's where the actual bull
So that's where he
from.
come up with a bull.
Exactly.
Oh, fantastic. Well, can we sit inside it?
Of course we can, yes.
Okay. If you want to go around there.
Yeah.
Oh. Right.
It's very low down, as you can see. But just wait till you hear this.
Come on, give it some. Fantastic. So, what about this car for the last in the series? Well, I'm going, so see you later.
Right, hi Katie, I'm Mike.
Hi Mike,
I'm the
nice
manager
to meet
here
you.
at Daytona. Right, seen the briefing, it's time to get a couple of quick reminders before we go out onto the circuit.
Right.
First of all, we'll talk you through the flags. Yellow flag or yellow flashing light, very important, half racing speed, no overtaking. Just slow right down, lift off the accelerator,
Right.
and wait till you get to a corner with no flashing lights before you continue racing.
Okay.
Red flag, red flashing light, come to a stop. Might have been an accident. Just wait on the circuit, the marshal will come and tell you exactly what we're going to do next.
Right.
In the car itself, the two controls at the front here, accelerator on your right foot,
Mm-hmm.
brake on your left. It's important you only press one at a time. So accelerate to go, lift off, the car slow down, press the brake if you want to slow down anymore.
Right.
Steering wheel in the middle here, just hold it at 10 to 2, as you would do in a normal road car, except only a little bit of steering is required. Only about quarter of a turn, lock to lock, so it's very precise racing steering.
Okay.
Little dashboard here behind the steering wheel. And the left-hand window gives your position in the race, and in the right-hand window there gives your lap time.
So that lets me know when I'm winning.
Absolutely, I'm sure you'll be out front.
Let's hope so.
Right, I think we're ready to go. You ready for some action?
Yeah, I know everything. I know all my rules, so let's just get out there and I'll show you boys what I can and cannot do in a car.
Let's go.
Karting is dead easy to get into, and it's where many motorsport drivers started out. Many of the recent batch of young karting stars are now making a name in the world of Formula Ford and Formula 3. Both of which are fantastic starting grounds for the dizzy heights of Formula 1. Not that I'm aiming that high. Karting is a very popular motorsport with an afternoon's racing costing from £30, so it makes a great night out for the lads. Or if you're wanting to get more seriously into it, it's one of the cheapest motorsports going, with a brand new racing kart costing only £2,000. There are loads of karting tracks throughout the UK, so wherever you are, there will be a track near you. The best way to find your nearest track is to look on the internet, or some now advertise in the phone directories. If once you've been karting you'll find yourself hooked, most of the tracks also have karting clubs which allow you to race more regular and to get into some proper competitions. So check at your local track for details. I've just been out on the track now for my first practice run. How do you think I went on?
Not bad, not bad. Down the first straightaway, just down the end here,
Right.
pretty quick. Need to be a little bit faster. Don't be afraid to keep your foot flat on the accelerator.
Right.
Coming into the hairpin.
The one where I keep crashing.
You've had a couple of spins there, haven't you?
I have,
It's
yes.
not the best corner on the circuit. You're trying to turn the wheel a little bit too tightly.
Right.
Just try and let the car flow
So
through
kind
the
of go up
corners.
to the outside and then cut into it.
Yeah, through the middle of the corner.
Right.
Instead of then turning too tight, let the car flow to the outside of the corner.
Right.
You'll be much smoother. Really good through the middle here, turn 4, round past the sin bin. Glad we haven't seen you in there yet. Really good past turn number 4. But as you're coming around turn 5, turn 6 and turn 7, you want to be flat out.
Right. Foot
Get
right
that
on the
foot
floor.
flat, nailed down to the accelerator. All the way around here. Again, let the car flow through the corner. You've got a really good line through there.
Right.
But you can go twice as quick through there.
How many marks out of 10 would you give me?
To start with, I reckon we'll go for 7. 7 out of 10 to start with.
Only 7?
Only 7. There's plenty of room for improvement. I'm sure we can get you up to 10 by the end.
So my next run, I've got to do much better, much faster. But now it's time for you to check out some more hot hatches. This week my boys have found a real classic. Not very big, but I'm told size doesn't matter. It looks a bit puny. How quick is it?
It runs at 13.7s with a terminal speed of 97. That's on slicks. All the workings are inside the engine. Yeah, I mean it's all lightened and balanced. We've got some titanium components in, which are obviously a lot stronger and lighter. The flywheel and backplate weighs just over 8 pounds, which is like 4 times less than what it normally weighs. So all these little bits do add up to an odd 10th or 100th here and there. It's reached its maximum performance without throwing a lot of money at it, and I don't want to put a nitros injection on it, not just yet. So if we would do that, we'd get an old shell and really go to town on that and lighten it and balance it and cut it up.
What are the tactics for a really quick run?
Plant the right foot, keep it down there, and that's it, just go for it.
Well, that's all we've got time for in this part, but still to come in part 2, you get to see my final part of my exclusive interview, and I'll show you some of the little accidents that you didn't see on TV. Welcome back, still loads more to come in part 2. We're going bonkers in Blackpool with some unusual minis, and I take up the challenge with a real race. But first, I'm going for a practice run before I give all these guys a good run for the money.
You ready? Away you go.
The day that we've set up was a private hire, which most tracks will do for you, but they also run days where you just come along and race with whoever else is there. Driving on the karting track, you have to apply all the same principles as you would at Silverstone. So you're looking for the best racing lines to beat the other guys out on the track. But as well as all the driving principles being the same, so are the rules, so you have to know your stuff. I'll be back with the guys at Daytona in a little bit, but here's a look at some mad minis that we found in Blackpool. I heard about some goings on in Blackpool, but unfortunately my Kiss Me Quick hat was at the dry cleaners, so I sent the crew to see what all the fuss was about. There are loads of things going on at this type of event. There is obviously the car show where people show off the best of British, but along with that there are spare stalls and loads of auto jumbo for those looking to pick up a few finishing touches. All sorts of cars turn up at this type of event, everything from custom made minis, vintage models and even the brand new BMW version. To find out a bit more, we spoke to some people who are mad about their minis.
Well, I'm Martin Adams, and that my little car there is what we call short and sweet. It is short by 28 inches. I've never measured it like, but I know what's missing. Really, it's a box standard Mini engine. Nothing spectacular about the engine. It's the bodywork where I really concentrated on, and it's the bodywork that people see. It gets a lot of attention, a lot of laughs. It brings back the joys of driving on the road. All people, they wave, smile, want to buy it off you, they want to swap cars, swap it for buses, vans. You know, when we first time went to London to Brighton Run, I had a gentleman wanted to buy it there and then on Park Avenue.
My name is Mr. Gary Crabtree. This is my 1977 Mini pickup. I bought it 2 years ago and I give £500 for it. But basically it was all in pieces, all in like kit form. And I've rebuilt it all with the help of a friend. Took about 12 months to build it. And then I've run it for basically the last 12 months. They vary in price. They start roughly from around £2,000 up to £5,000–6,000, depending how nice and, you know, if you can get the person who'll pay you the money.
I'm Martin Webster. I'm 30 years old from Northampton, and this is my new Mini Cooper. This is my fifth one now. I had 4 classic ones up until 10 years ago, and the new one came out this year, and I thought it's a good time to get back into the Mini scene. Obviously the car's got a lot of history, a lot of sporting history. They're fantastic fun to drive, and it's just the whole spirit of it. It's a cool car, and everyone knows Minis. They're just fantastic fun.
These karts may look small, but they're really quick, with some capable of speeds up to 40 miles an hour, which doesn't sound that quick, but when your bum is 2 inches off the floor and there's not much holding you in, believe me, it feels more like 100 miles an hour. One of the things that people don't realise is how fit you have to be a racing driver, and the strain that you can put on your body. As some of the guys told me before I went, my arms would be aching by the end. Well, I've just been out for my second practice run now on the track. How do you think I went on?
Much better. It's
Yeah?
a big improvement.
Okay.
Got some times here for you to look at.
Right.
Started off a little bit slowly. Had a spin, remember, early on.
I did, yes.
Yeah. Got better from there on inwards. Got gradually quicker and quicker. Best time that time was a 26.9.
Right.
So not bad going. Still room for improvement.
Right, so what do I need to do to make it speedier for me?
You need to get that foot down. You're still
Right
a little
down.
bit gingerly
Yeah.
with that right foot.
A little
Get your
bit
foot
edgy,
nailed
yeah.
down on the accelerator.
Right.
And particularly from turn 5 all the way around to the hairpin. Flat down to the floor, hold on tight, and you'll probably cut second half of your times.
Because I found that second bend quite well, not difficult, but...
The hairpin is the hardest corner on the track. Just let the car flow through and let it come out to the outside of the bend. You're trying to turn a little bit too tightly, and that's causing the car to spin a little bit.
Right. Any other tips you could give any of the viewers listening?
Always do your braking in a straight line, and watch out for those yellow lights.
And there you have it, but now it's time for you guys to check out my exclusive interview. I'm sure you all know me better from the late night programmes here on Men and Motors. Each week on Car Crazy Katie, I let you into my thoughts on the world of cars and high speeds.
Funny stories. I remember once that I was driving along and I pulled up and my friend was messing around and we started having like a toy fight in the car, and she pushed me and I hit like my hands on the thing and the airbag come up, so that was quite hilarious. She thought it was really funny. I'm like, oh God, go! Thanks. Yeah. Have you asked me the most embarrassing thing in a car? Have you asked me that?
That's your most embarrassing thing.
Oh,
go on.
Got a great one. I got a great one. First time ever I went in page 3. It's when I had my Tigra, and I got out in my car and I was going down to the shops, and there was this guy like bibbing me behind. I'm thinking, oh God, what's he want? He's pointing at the back of my car and everything, so I gets out. And my car must have needed a clean, and on the back mirror it said, "This is me," and someone had stuck my page 3 picture. Swines on my back window. It was so embarrassing. Well, this is a bit you've all been waiting for, so here it is. Start me up, baby. Okay. Welcome to Car Crazy Katie, new series where I go car crazy. Over the series we'll be looking at everything from maxed up motors to sports car chic, and we'll be reading some
Still turning on.
I just can't. I know. Well, I've had a fantastic day at Alton Park. I recommend a track day to anybody.
Go again.
Well, I've just finished now my final race. Go on, break it to me.
You came third.
Hey, that's not too bad.
3rd out of 6, pretty good. A vast improvement on your previous session.
Right.
Much quicker, had the accelerator nailed hard down.
I did, didn't I?
Only one little spin, not a problem. Overtook a couple of good moves there, diving up the inside of the hairpin.
Hey, did you notice?
Yeah,
Hey.
causing some of the other cars didn't know what hit them. Flat out, going really well. And yeah, you'd have walked away with the bronze medal.
And what was my fastest lap?
Fastest lap that time was a 26.3.
Hey, you know, so there's hope for us all.
Very good race indeed.
Oh, thank you very much.
Hope
It's
you've
been
enjoyed
lovely
your
to
day.
meet you.
Super, nice to meet you.
You take care.
Look forward to seeing you soon.
I've had a fantastic day here in Manchester on the karting track. Didn't do as well as I hoped of in the race, but there again, you can't be good at everything. Well, unfortunately, that's all we've got time for. I've had a great time. I've met some fantastic people. I've been driven around in Subarus, all the Evolutions. I've got to drive a Bentley Turbo, the 355, the Lamborghini Diablo. What more could a girl ask for? But anyway, guys, thanks for watching.